baggage has too much weight. So my bed is where I stay. I want to fly away, far from my mistakes. My baggage has too much weight. So my bed is where I stay. Tell the clouds that I say hey.
Building a fortress, and we thought it was stronger, keeping your distance. I thought we were better. We can try to just hide from the pain by building our castle. We can build them again and again, and we can feel nothing. And I know that you're feeling alone, and we can do better. So help me to break through the stone. Help me to break through. Something, losing our vision, but we can't just let it consume us. We can try to just hide from the pain by building our castle. We can build them again and again, and we can feel nothing. And I know that you're feeling alone, and we can do better. So help me to break through the stone. Help me to break through.
I'm coming out like a waterfall. I check my phone, but you never call. Lost in the ceiling, caught up in the ceiling. I can't seem to let it go. Like Locked in this cage, I've been stuck here for days and I can't seem to let you go. You pull me up and I put you down. You gave me love, then I stole your crown. You let me in, then I pushed you out. Pushed you out, pushed you out. Come let me make up for all these pain. I've been a mess tied by all these chains. Open my eyes, now I finally see. Shut the key, yeah. Can we be free? You pull me up, yeah. Can we be free? And I put you down. I woke up and saw everything, everything but you next to me. I know that I've been the enemy, but I've had my moment of gravity, moment of gravity. Lost in the ceiling, caught up in this feeling, I can't seem to let it go. Locked in this cage, I've been stuck here for days and I can't seem to let you go. You pull me up and I put you down. You gave me love, then I stole your crown. You let me in, then I pushed you out. Pushed you out, pushed you out. Come let me make up for all these pain. I've been a mess tied by all these chains. Open my eyes, now I finally see. Shut the key, yeah. Can we be free? You pull me up, yeah. Can we be free? And I put you down. You pull me up and I put you down. You gave me love, then I stole your crown. You let me in, then I pushed you out. Pushed you out, pushed you out. Don't let me make up for all these pain. I've been a mess tied by all these chains. Open my eyes, now I finally see. Shut the key, yeah. You pull me up and I put you down. You gave me love, then I stole your crown. You let me in, then I pushed you out. Pushed you out, pushed you out. Don't let me make up for all these pain. I've been a mess tied by all these chains. Open my eyes, now I finally see. Shut the key, yeah. Can we be free? You pull me up, yeah. Can we be free? And I put you down.
Hey, I'm finally back. It's almost been 3 years since I've last uploaded. Sorry about that, but life's been pretty busy these past few years. Hopefully things will be a little more laid back and I can start uploading frequently again. Today we'll start work on a new park near Eden, and as you saw in the time lapse, I worked on a small entrance to the park. But also, I realized that I somehow misplaced this item back here. There we go. Now let's start working on the entrance again. I didn't quite like the shape of the building. It seemed really awkward, so I removed the spire, the out-of-place exit tunnel, and the little sitting areas in between the structure. I extended the rooftop a bit, but while I did this I lost connection unexpectedly. A little unfortunate, but luckily enough the game now automatically saves the park when you leave, so that's really neat. I extended the entrance by a block so that there would be an even number of spaces for the roof. I did plan to have an inaccessible room here, but I thought I could make the most out of it. I had the idea of starting a monorail track up here, but later found the room to be too small for a suitable entrance and exit. I extended the roof a little bit at the back for a veranda so that guests may come up, sit down and maybe look out into the park. It'd be a nice little place to take a photo. I had a little trouble figuring out how guests would come up there. I didn't want stairs to go too far out so as to make the entrance building too fat, so I later made the exit tunnel first, which worked out quite well. Another problem here was the roof of the building, which didn't really seem to work. Maybe I'll come back to that in the next video. But for now I'll leave the room open. Before I talk about anything else, I feel like I need to talk about my previous speed build series. Chances are, I won't be continuing with them. Sorry if you wanted to see them completed, but they both had a very inconsistent theme. I don't see myself reviving anytime soon. For now, I will be focusing on this and maybe a few other projects. With this park, rather than just using grey bricks and monochrome blocks for buildings, the theme is a lot more general, so there may be different scenes for various areas of the park. This allows me to be a little more creative with the structures and build much nicer scenery than what I used to. I might play some other games for this channel, but we'll see. And just so you know, I'll be using this text-to-speech service for many videos to come. I'm not quite comfortable to have my voice out here just yet, neither do I have an acceptable microphone, so this voice will have to do for now. You'll probably notice that I gave most of the lights in the park a slight tint of yellow. Street lights and oftentimes old cars have fairly yellowish colors to them, and that's because, generally speaking, warmer colors are more easygoing on the eyes than cool colors. That's why with most mobile phones, the eye protection mode changes the screen's tint from blue to orange. We're finally moving on to the next part of the park here in the bottom right corner. I've outlined a little area for foliage so that the park doesn't just look like a big burden to nature. I'm trying to vary the colors I use for trees and such so that they have some unique feel to them. plan to have a synchronized vintage cars right here so that there are two cars that follow each other through some sort of town. I took inspiration from a real-life attraction where visitors may drive around a small town for a few minutes as if they were driving an actual car. I thought to have a second vintage car ride here so that it feels more like guests are driving their own course around town. I'll hopefully be designing the roads in the next video with various streets and possibly some walkways and shops too. Building the entrance to this ride was quite tricky because of the limited amount of space I gave myself. Having two rides here was going to be quite a challenge, especially with building entrance and exit walkways. You'll notice that for a new park I have quite a lot of money, and that's not because I purchased any. I left the game running overnight with a repeating macro enabled. This kept my character in game, jumping every few seconds so that I could gather as much money for as many hours as I slept. I decided to have the entrance span over the main walkway to free up a lot of much needed space. It'll be a pain for guests to walk over there, but maybe they won't mind. Obviously, there's not enough room for a town here, so I decided to cut off the main walkway with a sort of dam-looking design and snuck some stalls beneath the road too. Here, I had a bit of trouble making things look neat. The road was already wide as is, and there wasn't enough room to make the design consistent. I did settle for this asymmetrical design at first, but later deleted some fencing to make it fit. Here, I'm keeping the color scheme of the bridge the same as the road. This made for a nice little station if I don't say so myself. I had a little bit of a metal walkway so that it resembled a maintenance path. I can't really do the same for the rest of the ride, but I thought it looked quite nice as a little detail. I'm terrible at building a decent looking bridge design in this game, but I think this turned out quite alright. Going a little back to the main entrance. It seemed a little unappealing to have a generic building here, so I added some flags. I don't have an image I can use for it yet, but the default flag looks very fitting for now, so I won't bother with them until much later. So that's the park so far. Hope you guys like it. I'll try to work on it before the end of the month, but that won't come out until probably a week or two from now. But we'll see. Let me know what you think in the comments. Until next time, have a great day.